What is going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode in my No Money Spent. Today I am looking at QUIRKS, and the reason I'm looking at QUIRKS is because I am learning more and more about the game, being a newbie and being from the UK. I've decided to learn more things about it, and today QUIRKS seem to be very important. So here are what I think are my best QUIRKS. So when you go into BR or you're looking at programs, you know which cards to go for. So let's get straight into it and what the best QUIRKS for me as a hitter. The first quirk we're looking at is Bad Ball Hitter. And what is that exactly? It excels in hitting pitches outside the strike zone. Now, someone like me that likes to swing at absolutely everything, that happens. This is absolutely perfect for me because this helps out massively because you just never know. You might get that lucky hit, you might foul the ball off, and it might keep you alive when you're at 2 strikes. So you never know when it's going to come in. It's a big perk to have, and it helps me out massively. And a few players that I am using right now for this would be Will Smith. Now, as you can see, Will Smith there, he is silver hitting and defense as well. He's got pretty much average contact and power, but the fact that he has this quirk of Bad Ball Hitter, he just feels like you can get him on base a lot easier and just like dot one over. He is actually playing as an 85 now from an 84, so it's well worth picking it up. He is worth 1,900 stubs. Now that could be a little bit pricey, but I'm going to show you a couple more cards each time now. Like, I'm going to do a diamond, a gold, a bronze, and a silver to show you what cards you can use that have these quirks. But for me, I feel like Will Smith is a great catcher to have. He also has catcher pop-up time, which excels in throwing out steal bases, which is what you want on a catcher always. So a real good catcher to start off your team if you're looking to build. Now, another hitter for me is Yandy Diaz. He plays on the first base. He has diamond hitting as well. And as you can see there, his contact is 83 to 96. He doesn't have much power against righties, but he has got a little bit of a boost out of 11. So that's going to put him up to 63. And his power against lefties is 78. He will go yard. He will absolutely go yard. Now, he does have the Bad Ball Hitter as well. He does have a few other perks in there that we'll talk about a little bit later on. But as you can see there, he has a Bad Ball Hitter. And some of these perks around there will get mentioned, so he is a really decent card. Currently plays for the Rays, first baseman. His location is 1,200 stubs. Now that is a pretty cheap card in my eyes. Like I say, you're going to hit bombs with this guy no matter what. Get a couple perfects, and also some of them out of the zone strikes are going to like go for you. So I would highly recommend Yandy as a collection there. He can definitely play first base. You can even put him as DH if you want to. I think he'll be phenomenal for you, and he really does have some good clutch in that later stages where you need him to come in tough. That is going to be work for that 94. Highly recommend Yandy as a very cheap, reliable first baseman. Next up is going to be Christian Yelich. If you are still looking for that player, he's now currently playing as a 79, not a 77, so that's always good to notice as well. He does have Bad Ball Hitter as well, so that's always nice out of the strike zone. Now, this is really for your really cheap ones if you are really starting out down at the low and you've got really no stubs, because he is worth 400 stubs. Now, 400 stubs isn't that much. You can get that just playing a couple of games with Conquest or anything like that. While we're checking it out to go and get some stubs, he has got contact on the righties of 91 with them boosts as well. He has got 70 power against righties as well. His contact against lefties and power against lefties is not that good, but he has got very good clutch with 82 there as well. His fielding is not that bad. As you can see, he's got 68 with his speed. His steal is 80 as well, which is decent. And here's a good thing with Christian Yelich. If you are all right at the game and you know all the egg hunt, if you haven't, go check that video out. I'll leave a link right at the top here so you know where all the egg hunt is. Go get yourself a wonderful Christian Yelich diamond card. If we go flick him out here, and you will see a 91 playing as a 92, where he has got more contact and a little bit more power as well from the righties and lefties. And you can see there, he does have the same quirk, so he does have Bad Ball Hitter. So there is a massive chance you can go and get a Christian Yelich who is diamond 91, free of charge, with that Bad Ball Hitter quirk, and that is literally a starting hitter for you, or just someone that you can put in the rotation to just absolutely hit bombs. But while we're checking it out, go get him. He's 107 clutch as well. I've just seen that. Jesus. He has had speed updates as well, so he's now 75 speed with this card, and he's got better reactions of 73, armor 73 as well. I would highly recommend you go and check out Christian Yelich. And last but not least, we have Kyle Schwarber. Now, he is a bad ball hitter as well, so he is really worth it. He is a bronze player. He's currently 74 rated. He is actually at 76, so you might see an upgrade of him out there. He is worth 65 stubs. Now, I'm sure you can afford 65 stubs. He is very good against righties. His contacts is a little bit down there, I'm not going to lie, but he has 111 power against righties. He has 85 power against lefties. His clutch isn't that the best there, but if you want to stick him out left field, I would stick him personally as a DH. He can play first base as his secondary position because that defense is a little bit frightening, but you got to remember, he is a bronze card, so he's not going to have like diamond out there for sure. Well worth checking him out if you want to pick him up, very cheap, and he does have that quirk of the bad ball hitter. For me, for 65 stubs, it's an instant deal. You've got to get him in. If you're looking for that bronze team, you're looking to start out and players to just start out and get into like these offline modes to try and build up the stubs. Kyle Schwarber is definitely up there. Stick him as a DH, 65 stubs, and just let him absolutely rip against righties and lefties. Next up, we're going to look at Dead Red. Now, Dead Red is the ability to excel at hitting fastballs. Now, a lot of people will throw fastballs, especially with that Randy Johnson coming out as that final reward of the World Series. So fastballs are going to be a highly popular thing to be thrown at you. So who would you have? I would go for Matt Olson. Matt Olson right now has 109 power plus 12. That is absolutely mad. Plus 12 with a power to righties, which puts him on 121 power against righties, and he also has the contact on the righties as well, plus 12, which puts him on 91. He does have power against lefties, 84, and he does have a little bit of clutch. When I say clutch, 95 clutch. Now, the one thing he does have is vision. His vision is a little bit low, was 48. But, and there is a big but here, if you stick this card with the Byron Buxton, he is going to absolutely hit bombs because he's going to get a boost off Byron Buxton's captain card. So that is why I would highly recommend Matt Olson. He is a first baseman and he can play right field as well. Wouldn't recommend you playing him right field purely because he has that 36 speed and that is going to cost him dearly. So I wouldn't recommend that at all. He does have a few other quirks in there as well. As you can see, he has bad ball hitter, which is what we just previously spoke about. So he has kind of two kind of big quirks that I like to use in this kind of setup he's got here. So I would highly recommend him. Now, he is going to cost you 884 stubs. A little bit pricey, but he is a diamond player. So he's one of the cheap diamonds, actually, at 8,000 as well. So highly recommend you picking him up if you've got them sort of stubs. We are going to go through 3 other players, like I say, because I don't want everyone to be like, oh, you're just telling me that he's diamonds and the diamonds are the best. Of course you are, but let's have a look at a gold player. For our gold card, I have gone with Chas McCormick. He has that Dead Red in there, which I absolutely like. That's what we're here for. He is actually quite decent. He is actually rated as a 79, they have said, but I still feel like his attributes actually say different here. He has 97 contact against lefties, 87 power against lefties. He unfortunately has a minus on contact to righties and power on righties. Only thing that's letting him down at the minute, so that could be a little bit of a downer if you're going against righties, but he will definitely fit in there against your lefties. Hopefully that changes so he goes up a little bit more and then minuses get taken away. But once again, he's got his clutch of 82, which is brilliant to see, and you want to see that. He has got a little bit of speed about him. 69 speed, nice, and he has 80 reactions. So in that center field, he's going to be all right. His arm is 65, which is going to be a little bit letting him down. But other than that, he's going to hit lefties for fun. I really do like this card. He's one of them where you can bring on as a substitution, but you can also just stick him outfield and he'll do a job for you as well. Especially with that speed, I think and the reactions of 80 is going to get you a couple of outs. So I think it's well worth picking him up. He is only 600 stubs as well, which is pretty cheap for these gold cards. So highly recommend him. Stick him in your team. He's going to help you out massively and he'll hit you a few lefties pretty far, if I'm not mistaken. Next up is Harrison Bader or Bader. Not sure how you pronounce it, so apologies for mispronouncing Harrison's name here. Now, he has got a little bit of a boost to 81 overall at the minute. He does have Dead Red, but that is the only quirk he has with this silver card. Now, one thing that I do like is he has a cheeky little diamond defense there, which goes a long way. I'm not going to lie. I respect that. And his attributes are quite decent when you look at them. Now, he's not the best hitter against righties. I'm becoming a regular occurrence, this is, obviously with the last one as well, not being very good against lefties. But he does, against righties, he does have power against lefties, and he has a boost on them as well. So he has a 91 contact against lefties, and he also has a 66 power against lefties. Now, he's 48 and 43 against righties, and might lay him down, but what he does make up for is what he does in the fielding as well there. As you can see, he has 79 speed with 81 reactions, and that arm of 86 and 92 fielding is going to make him absolutely perfect on the outfield. So for a cheap card that you are looking to try and build a squad with, this silver card does pretty well, and it's going to be perfect for your defense. Absolutely flying out in the center field, left or right, wherever you want to put him. And I think that for 213 stubs, or 250 if you want to buy him straight away, he's an absolute steal. He is great. He will work into your team. You can definitely fit him in no matter what. You're going to probably be contact hitting against righties, but when them lefties come up, oh, you are going to send them. And absolutely send them, you will do. Well, that is going to be Harrison for my silver pick for the Dead Red Quirk. My bronze pick for this quirk is going to be Jock Pedersen. He is now playing as a 74. He has the dead eye. He can play outfield. He also can play first base. Now, the problem that I don't like about it is his common defense. Now, that is a little bit concerning. But he has a bronze card, so I don't think you're going to get many that are going like gold defense, really, with these cards. But as you can see there, he does have a dead red, which is a big pick that we are looking to get. His attributes are quite decent as well. As you can see there, he has 91 power against righties, 68 contact. He has 55 contact with lefties, but he does have that 8+, which is going to put him on 63. He also has 51 power against lefties, but with that 8, it's going to go to 59. Big clutch of 98 as well, which is absolutely huge. He has a low vision as well, which is probably going to be the only thing that costs him a little bit there. But I feel like you could really hit this guy and do really well with him. Now, Jock is going to cost you a 42 stubs. So if you want to go out there and get this card, it's cheap as chips. You literally just probably get that for loading up the game. So you can definitely get this card, add him into your teams. He can play outfield, first base, DH. There is 3 spots, 4 spots, 5 spots for him to play in if you want to use him in your team. I would highly recommend using him and checking him out, see if you can get some hits with him. You're just going to be a little bit careful with his speed if you're going to play him outfield, because his reactions and his speed is going to probably cost him a little bit out there. But for his hitting, you can't really complain for a bronze. Next up in the quirks is going to be Situational Hitter. Now, Situational Hitter excels at driving in a run from third with less than 2 outs. Now, this is big if you are doing well or you need to get over the line of getting that guy to home. These are the guys that you are going to want to use. And first up, I'm going to go with Mr. Shohei Ohtani. Recently just signed for the Dodgers, making his debut for there previously. Got his home run as well for them. I'm going to use Ohtani purely because he is a free card to get. Now, he is a Diamond 88. His locations are in the Season Award Drop 1. You can get this card absolutely free of charge. So, just a little bit of playing of the game, and you can definitely get this card. Now, his attributes out here are pretty decent. As you can see there, he has got power 92 against righties and power lefties 78. Contact against righties is 80, and his contact against lefties is a little bit down on 58, but he does have 83 clutch, which is absolutely huge for him as well. And you can play him in the outfield as well if you really want to. 86 speed. His reaction's a little bit down with 55, but he's got good speed, and he's got a cracking arm of 94. So he can definitely throw some people out, but he is down as a designated hitter. So you'll probably see him just like not even out on the field, just hitting. But that is a free card with the quirk Situational Hitter, and I would highly recommend going and working at this card, because I feel like Shohei Ohtani cards just do well for some reason. No matter what, they got a nice swing on them, they feel good. It's a free one, and also he does have bad ball hitter, which also helps out the situation as well. And he has dead red as well. So the 3 quirks that I've already spoke about that I said are good, Mr. Shohei Ohtani has all 3 of them. Highly recommend you go work for him and get that free Shohei Ohtani. Next up for the situational hitter is going to be Nolan Jones. He is our gold card. He is currently rated 82, but he is playing as an 83. He has a situational hitter. He also has bad ball hitter as well. So kind of a decent little combo to have there, especially if you're trying to get that guy from third to home. I would definitely want that on there. Now, he is only going to cost you 900 or 1,000 stubs, so he's in the ballpark of a cheap gold card there. His attributes actually have improved, so as you can see, he has 75 contact against righties, plus the 7 boost, which is going to put him to 82. He has 82 contact with lefties. He has 65 power against righties, but he does have the boost, so he goes to 72 and 72 power against righties and 70 power against lefties. He has clutch of 94, which is what you want when you're after a situational hitter. He also has an unbelievable 99 arm with a 99 accuracy. So if you want to play him on the right field, he is going to be decent. His reactions are probably going to be the only thing that costs him there because he does have 44. He does have gold defense though, which is nice. He has 72 speed, 71 steal, and 75 BR aggression. So it is a very, very good card. He can play first and he can play third, which I'd be happy to play him there because he has the gold defense as well. So he's a very versatile card, all for 1,000 stubs pretty much. And he has the good quirks that are going to help you out in the long run. So Nolan Jones goes straight into my, you know what? He'd be pretty good for a cheap team. And he does go in there as well as my gold. My next situational hitter, and it's my silver, is going to be Ryan Mountcastle. He is currently playing as a 78. His overall is 79, but he does have the situational hitter. He can play third base, left field, and he can play first base, which is his main position. So it's up to you where you choose. You've got to be a little bit careful with that common defense, though. I'm not going to lie. But the gold hitting as a silver is quite handy. He's going to set you back 270 stubs. Pretty cheap, I'm not going to lie. Plays for the Orioles, and he has got a decrease of only 3 on contact and power against lefties. So he's currently playing contact of righties of 68, contact against lefties is 91, his power against righties is 50, and his power against lefties is 83. Not too bad. His clutch is 79, which we like with situational hitter as well. He does have quite alright speed actually at 69 with a good reaction of 70, so he can play outfield and that left field if you really want to. I wouldn't recommend it, but it's there because his arm is only 31, so he doesn't have the best of arms, but as a hitter, he's going to come down more to getting you against them lefties, especially for 270 stubs. He can fit into that team easily and just absolutely slug lefties all day long for you and hopefully get you them runs in with being that situational hitter from third to home. My bronze pick is Nolan Gorman, and he is currently playing as a 72. He's 74 overall, but he does have the situational hitter, which we like to see from a bronze. And if I move my head out of the way, and we go down here, you can see he's also got dead red. So 2 very strong quirks in a bronze player here. Now he is only worth 46 stubs. Highly recommend you picking him up if you want him. Let's have a look at his attributes here. Now his contact is a little bit down. As you can see against righties, he has 49 contact against righties, but he does have 70 contact against lefties, but his power here is going to be 86 against righties and 78 against lefties. Now his clutch is a little bit lower, 70, but he is a bronze. You got to remember that. He is a second base or third base, so we tried to change it up to another positional player where he's not going to be outfield or first base, because I feel like I've just thrown them at you at the minute. But he's not a bad card. He's something you can really pick up and just like hit with. He's going to hit righties no problem whatsoever if you get that sweet, perfect hit. And like I say, for 46 stubs, you can't really complain. He will do your job, and he will allow you to go into Team Affinity, unlock your Team Affinity, and also helping with the new programs that have come out with the season award ones, which gets you like the Otani and other Mike Trout cards, stuff like that. So I highly recommend you using him if you want to start out. Like I say, 46 stubs, he's going to hit for you. He's got 2 good quirks of dead red and also situational hitter that are going to help you out massively. The next quirk we are looking at is going to be Unfazed. And what is Unfazed? Unfazed is something that bails me out quite a lot. And why does it do that? It's because I like to swing it absolutely everything. So when I am on 2 strikes, I get a little bit of an XL when hitting with 2 strikes. And that is a perfect quirk for me. So that's why I use that one, because I'm not very good at the game, and I like to swing a lot. So 2 strikes is a very common place for me to be in. First one I am going to pick up is Mr. Derek Jeter. Now, this is a captain's card for Jeter. You can go and do the storylines. It literally takes a couple of hours, if that. It's fun. You learn about Derek Jeter. He's pretty popular, so I've heard, in the world of baseball. So highly recommend you go check that out. Go get this card. There is other cards you can unlock on that as well, which are diamonds as well. So I would highly recommend you go do that if you are starting out and try and get some good cards for your team. But this is just a nice little card that you can get absolutely free of charge. Diamond hitting as well, which is absolutely mad. Like I say there, he's literally just complete the missions in the storylines for Derek Jeter. And this is his card. His contact is unbelievable, both righties and lefties. 96, 125. His clutch is 81 as well. He's more of a contact hitter, so his power's not going to be there. You can still get on base with him as well, especially with them 2 strikes. He's going to try and fling it out there for you. He has got decent defense as well. As you can see, 76 speed. He has got 70 reactions, 72 accuracy of the arm, and 80 arm. So he is definitely good and worth it. And he also has a couple of quirks in there that we have spoken about. Unfazed, dead red, situational hitter, bad ball hitter. That's the 4 main ones that we have been talking about. And Derek Jeter has all 4 of them. He is like the perfect specimen for me to use. So he should be in my team a little bit more. We should be using him a bit more because he's got everything that I want in the quirks area. But for a free card, highly recommend you go do storylines. Get Derek Jeter on your team. It's another diamond. It's an 85. And it just helps you out. And he's a shortstop. We haven't found a shortstop yet. So there's your first one. Our gold hitter is going to be Alex Bregman. Now, he does have that unfazed one there. He also has dead red, situational hitter, and also bad ball hitter. So they are the 4 quirks, once again, we are looking for that could go into it. So a big card if you're looking for the 4 quirks that I have recommended for you here. He's going to set you back 1,330 stubs, but it is a gold, so you do have a minimum of that. He does play third base. He can play first base, shortstop, or left field as well. We haven't really recommended any third basemen yet, so that's why I've chucked him in here. And this is what he's looking like when it comes down to his attributes. Now, he has got a little bit of a decrease, -3 on contact against righties and power against righties, which puts him on 81 and 77. He's not really the best at contact with lefties, as he's only got 759, and his power against lefties is a little bit down with 65. But his vision is great, his discipline is great, and his clutch of 88 is great as well. So he's really recommended. He's not going to be your runner though, as you can see there, only 39 speed, 2 steal. You're never going to steal with him, but he is there to fit in the team as a third baseman if you want him, and he's going to hit righties no problem whatsoever. Highly recommend this card. It's something that you can chuck in there. And once again, it helps with the team affinity stuff because he's going to be hitting him for the Astros. So highly recommend you stick him into your team. Our silver choice is going to be Wilmer Flores. Now, he is a 79 rated, playing as an 80 as well. You can play him first base, second base, third base, shortstop, any of that infield. He's very versatile, so you can definitely use him there. He does have the unfazed quirk as well, and he also has a nice one which I like. I don't know why, but like a table setter, you can put him as the first hitter in your team and then let him try and get on base. It's just one, it's not worth shouting about in my eyes. The quirk isn't, but I thought it's just nice to have like something like a table setter. And he has quite a few quirks in there as well for a silver, and then he has gold hitting as well. Common defense, a little bit questionable, but that gold hitting I'm absolutely a fan of. Now, you can pick him up for 267 stubs, which is dirt cheap yet again. He'll fit into that team, and his attributes look a little something like this. As you can see, he hits righties pretty well. He has a 66 contact against righties with a 76 power, and he also has 86 contact against lefties and 62 power against lefties. Not too bad. Clutch is coming in at 75, which isn't that bad considering he's a silver player as well. He's got good fielding. His arm is a little bit weak. That's where the common defense comes in. And I tell you what, he's not going to run anywhere pretty fast, and he's not going to steal anything as well. But as a hitter, he's pretty bang on, and he's going to do a job for you. He will get you on base, and he'll also hit you them 2 strikeout balls. As you know, I'm a big fan of that because I hate swinging at rubbish, and I swing at rubbish. So, highly recommend Wilmer Flores. And last but not least, our bronze Unfazed guy is going to be Riley Green, playing for the Detroit Tigers. Now, he can play anywhere on the outfield. He has bronze hitting and bronze defense as well. He's going to cost you 91 stubs or 55 if you want to be a little bit more patient with him. So you can definitely pick this card up for pretty cheap. Let's have a look at his attributes. Now, he is more of a contact hitter. Before we even say anything, as you can see there, his power against lefties is absolutely awful with 25 power, but he does have good contact against righties and lefties with 87 and 80, which could get you on base, and that could work when you're in 2 strikeouts. So don't expect home runs from this guy. Just expect a little bit of a hit to get on base before he does anything else. He's not going to hit you home runs. He has got good clutch as well with 76, which is nice to have. He's got an all-right arm as well of 68, and his fielding is 70, which is nice. I know he's only got the bronze defense, but that's not too bad in my eyes. He does have 68 speed as well, so he can get around the bases if he needs to, and he will when he gets on. But that is just a quick bronze player there that I would stick in just for like 90 stubs. You could easily put him out in the right field, and he'll do a job for you pretty much with the 62 reactions and 68 speed. He's going to do a job, and he's not too bad. You've got to remember, he is a bronze, and he is only worth 90 stubs. So highly recommend you using him. I will contact swing with this guy just so you know, and just try and bloop it just before the outfielders to get yourself on base. Now that is me done. They are my 4 quirks that I like to find in some players. I am new to this game, so don't be coming in the chats and be like, oh, you got it all wrong. This is just what I feel personally. If you do have anything in there, let me know. I want to learn this game just as much as like you guys have the knowledge. So tell me what quirks you prefer and what players you like to hit and what quirks work well with players. I just want knowledge. Let me know. Put it in the comments down below. Leave a like, hit the subscribe. Helps me out massively. Join me on this journey of trying to become the greatest UK baseball player ever in MLB The Show. Guys, you're legends. Much love. Bye-bye.